Be ready. 5 seconds. Start. Mr. Deputy Chairman, we have been holding our head aloft before the bar of world opinion as a country which has set an example of spiritual values and of moral values, and here at the altar of Mammon, if we are to believe the mover of the resolution, we have got to prostitute our sense of values. I believe it is not by this way that we should encourage things which we want to develop for the good of our country. No doubt we have got to appreciate the motives that have prompted the mover of this resolution, that he wants every avenue to be exploited in order that we can augment the plan, in order that we can also accelerate the implementation of the health and other social service schemes envisaged in the plan. But as a country which has produced Mahatma Gandhi, who has held aloft that it is the means that count and not the end, I believe this is not the way in which we are going to honor his memory. On the contrary, if there is one whose soul should now feel very happy that he has got devotees even in this country of great spiritual values, it is Machiavelli, because it was he who said it is not the means that count, and no matter what the means are, so long as we have the end in view, let us try to pursue it by means, fair or foul. I believe here is a measure by which, if only the government should adopt it, we may go down before the bar of world opinion that we as a country, as a nation, as a party have no right to vindicate the principles for which Mahatma Gandhi had stood and fought the battle of our freedom. He said that it was the means that counted, and he set a premium upon truth. Believe me, I have myself witnessed as to what takes place at Derby. I was, of course, many a time in that country, wear a national holiday and go about it as a pastime. In fact, every man, woman, and child would like to devote a little money in order that they could take part in this pastime. But that is not what is actually suggested here. That can well be rather in keeping with the genius of that soil, but here we have been born unto traditions, unto a heritage which always set spiritual values high, and definitely, therefore, to say that we have got to take our inspiration from every so many countries overseas is not the way of approach to this problem. On the contrary, we have to give a lead and an example, and serve as an inspiration for ever so many countries overseas, that in spite of our difficulties, that in spite of the odds that are against us, we are following a spiritual path. Sir, the object of the Northeastern Council seems to be a laudable one. Nevertheless, I am not in a position to support this bill wholeheartedly because of various reasons. The Home Minister, in his reply in the Lok Sabha the other day, specifically stated that this council is essentially an advisory body. He clearly expressed that he did not want to make the council to be a decision making body because it may complicate the already complicated issue. I am glad that he has foreseen the difficulties even at this initial stage. If this is an advisory body, I do not quite understand as to why the decision of the council shall be according to the majority vote, and when this majority decision is made, whom shall it advise and for what? Because those member states who have expressed their views in the council and have disagreed with the decision cannot accept what they have rejected. How can you ensure that the dissenting member states accept what they have rejected? This is what I request the Home Minister and honorable members to realize. The Government of India should know that the people of Nagaland and Meghalaya could not agree with the people of Assam, and thus they had to be separated from Assam. It was only when they were separated from Assam that the misunderstandings and the difficulties which these two states had faced were removed, and they are quite happy now. Now, according to the Home Minister's statement, though the very idea of the council is to bring all the political units together through this council to understand one another's problems, may I frankly tell the Home Minister that these states having different problems or differences among themselves will be compelled to speak in the council for their own interests, which may not be acceptable to all. While doing so, this will create only bitterness, misunderstanding, and alternately dissensions, and thereby whatever the people of this region will be undone through this council. I therefore feel that the formation of this council is not necessary at all because the idea of this Northeastern Council is not at all originated by the people of Assam, Nagaland, Tripura, Manipur, and Nepal. This idea is an imposition from outside. The people of Nepal are not consulted. It will face its natural death. Sir, every state has got its own legislature where all the problems relating to development, law and order, etc. are discussed and decided. Honorable members are aware that it is a long and time consuming process which you can not avoid in the democratic functioning of an assembly. Even after this, the same problems which they have already decided in their own legislature have got to be discussed again by the Council, which will only cause delay. Any legislature worth the name may not like to have any midway house between the states and the center and the union territories.